Hello, welcome to this episode of Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Joining us today is Jesslyn.
Hello, Bernie.
So, where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, but for the last 20 years I've lived in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, that's great. And Jesslyn is a certified hypnotherapist out in California.
Yes.
So, what got you into the business of hypnosis?
Hypnosis, right. Well, I was a undergrad psychology major at Simmons College here in Boston.
Oh, cool.
And when I moved out to Los Angeles, I was finding myself trying to figure out what to do, and then I stumbled upon a few books about hypnosis and decided to go from there. So I got my training and have been in practice for about 6 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. What got you, what was the original motivation to get into hypnosis?
Well, I have 3 little girls, and I was pregnant with my first, and I wanted to try to do as much of a natural method to birthing as possible, so I looked into hypnobabies and went through that program with my husband. And then from there, after having a few more kids, I thought this is a great way to help people with all different kinds of issues in their life using hypnosis and able for them to overcome things. So that's when I decided to get trained in hypnosis.
Oh, nice, nice. So what was your training background?
So the program that I took was developed by Roy Hunter, and it was based on the late Charles Tibet's.
Charles Tibet's,
yeah. So it was based on his work, and so the curriculum was through that, and then of course I've done my continuing education with various guilds and other certifications.
Oh, nice, nice. So who was your business mentor?
Oh, wow. My business mentor was Tim Scher.
Hi, Tim.
Yeah, from Indie Hypnosis, who introduced us. Yeah. So I learned a lot.
So what is the perception, the difference in perception of hypnosis between the East Coast and the West Coast, would you say?
You know, I think that in Los Angeles in particular has a very health conscious mindset, and so you say hypnotherapist and nobody bats an eyelash. They immediately get what that means. And what it means for me is that I'm a person who uses hypnosis to help individuals overcome any kind of life obstacle, struggle. East Coast, I don't know. I think that you're mostly called hypnotists here, right? You don't really use the hypnotherapist moniker?
I call myself hypnotist. That's the easiest way to use the English language.
Yeah.
Whereas if I say hypnotherapist, people will have to ask, oh, so what is that? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I guess where we are, there just being so many of us that it just seems everybody knows about it. So I don't have to do a lot of explanation. Okay. But my business name is Clear Purpose Hypnosis. Right. So it's just flat out straight.
Well, it's more people. Do you think people would look up hypnosis or hypnotherapy?
To be honest with you, I think the people that come to me are looking up hypnotherapy because they're looking for an aid to help them, and whereas they may assume that hypnosis in general is just more of that stage hypnosis, like entertainment purpose. So I think that they add that word therapy because they're looking for help. Does that make sense?
True.
You know, so I think that I get more people looking for hypnotherapists because they assume that that means, oh, you're going to help me versus just make me cluck like a chicken or do something entertainment-wise. Okay. You know, sometimes when we just say hypnotist, then they begin to think, oh, is that Svengali kind of, you're going to just do this and make me do something I don't want to do. Okay. Whereas hypnotherapist lends itself to getting help or a little bit more individualized, I should say. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I think like a lot of people are looking for help in the first category. Can you just make me exercise?
Oh, this is true too. Yeah. I love my favorite one.
I don't need help. I just want you to make me do this.
Make me, or could you just make me not hungry? Yeah. I don't want to eat anymore. I'm like, well, that's not really helpful. Like I can help you work on your.
Do you think people are more interested in the West Coast are more interested in talking about their problems, or just directly want you to help them achieve goals?
Okay, I would say it's a mixture of both. And I train my clients when they come in that because I'm not a traditional psychotherapist, that I don't do a lot of we don't do a lot of talking or cognitive therapy. Right. We come in, we address what is the issue, and we'll have a brief moment to just catch up on what we want to work on, and then we go right into the hypnosis. So yes, I've had some people that want to treat it as maybe a traditional therapy session where they're just unloading and unloading and unloading. But since that's not really what I do, I train them that No, we give a little bit of like, what's your focus? What's your goal? What do you need to accomplish this week?
Right.
And then in hypnosis, we get you to accomplish that. And you come back next week, and what is it next week?
Okay. So what kind of things do people ask you for help?
I get a lot of people who want help de-stressing, so to relax, to be able to sleep better at night.
Okay.
I do have a lot of kids in my practice.
Okay.
So for kids, it will be sports enhancement or fear of test taking.
So it's hypnotherapy and childcare.
Exactly.
And,
exactly.
yeah.
Drop them off between 4 and 6. I'll take care of them. And those have been really my most rewarding clients is little kids. You know, to getting them where the teacher's like, oh, this kid can't sit still. This kid can't focus. And we just do miraculous things with them.
Do you find it difficult to work with children more than
Adults?
adults?
No, I mean, I've noticed there is a limit. Like they say you can hypnotize anybody, but I really don't take kids under 9. I think 9 is usually the age where they can sort of understand.
That's the cutoff.
You
have to be this tall.
Yeah, exactly. It's the ride. You have to be 48 inches tall, people, to come in. Yeah. At that point, I can talk to them. We can understand what the goal and the focus is, and they can articulate to me, oh, I get in trouble because I did this. Anybody under 9, sometimes it becomes a little bit more difficult. But kids go in and out of hypnosis all the time. So for them to use their imagination to rewire their thinking, it's pretty easy.
Oh, wow.
So I like it.
Great.
Yeah, I like working with kids.
So what other things do people ask you for help with hypnosis?
I'd say motivation, career enhancement, wanting to ask for that promotion. I get a lot of stressed out moms, learning how to manage all of today's society and pressure and everything that's put on. I can speak because I'm a mom too, and a working mom, that all of those pressures that come on us, how do we able to get through the day without being so stressed out?
Right.
So, but speaking of which, is there anything that I could help you with today, Bertie?
Oh yeah, well, thank you for asking. I've been thinking. So lately, I have been having not a lot of energy. I feel maybe it's this change of season or whatever. But a lot of times, I would just sit in front of a computer and just burn out.
Oh. Yeah. And how long do you think you've been noticing this?
Well, since I was a kid.
Okay.
No, but more in the last year or so.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you think your screen time has increased in that time? Have you been spending more time in front of a
I've
monitor?
been spending more time in front of the monitor. I think it could be a negative cycle.
Yeah.
It's I couldn't get any work done, so I have to spend more time
there. And maybe the screen time can also deplete you of your focus and your energy. Yeah. Okay. So what other things, so if you had the energy that you want to have, what would you be doing with it? Where do you see manifesting energy? Is it to run? Is it to exercise?
First, I'll get the work done.
Okay.
A lot of them are pretty mundane, kind of technical writing, or redoing my website, and writing scripts and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel that if you had more energy, you'd be able to complete those in a more timely manner?
Yeah, complete them more in timely manner, and editing videos and things like that. So very, I won't say boring, but kind of repetitive, technical kind of thing. That needs to be done.
Right. So is it maybe not so much a lack of energy as it is a lack of motivation to get these things done because they're no longer exciting because now they're mundane?
That is true, but I also don't have I also feel I'm burnout. I'm looking at my fingers. Is this going to type?
It's done. Yeah, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, let's...
Sometimes I just look at the screen and I feel I'm not falling asleep, but it feels
Are you hypnotizing yourself?
I'm about to pass out.
Yeah. Oh,
but I still need to do this.
Okay. So my goal for you then would be to the Energizer bunny that can attack that screen.
See, if you can make my brain fires. Or at least the way it is supposed to fire. Okay. Yeah.
And you know what that feels like. You know the difference between... Because that's something I've often found that when people when they have a goal in mind, you really want to be able to visualize what is that goal. Right. Well, if I had more energy, I would be able to do X, Y, and Z. I know what it looks like. So you know what you look like when you have
get energy. Back into the groove.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Because it's a chain reaction of inefficiency.
Right.
Where you miss a deadline and then you miss another deadline and you have to fall back, and then as a result of not meeting the first 2 deadlines.
Right. And then
all the other things get bumped and you're why do you even bother?
Right. Now my list is this long. I'll just drag it around with me. But and then that also creates another host of issues, right?
Right,
Because then it
right.
becomes like this: why did I
Right.
do this? And then a depression, and then a
Why?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
why am I
something's
even
wrong.
here?
Yeah.
What's the meaning of life? If
What's
I
the
can...
meaning of life?
So
Why me?
I think we can all relate to that.
Right.
Really, we really can. Okay, so let's work on it. Let's do some. A little bit of hypnosis.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know how you guys do things on the East Coast, so I'll give you a little bit of my West Coast magic.
Okay, yeah, it would be great to show everybody how it's done the right way.
Oh, because West Coast is the right way. I love it. I'll totally, know, even though NGH and everybody else are out here on the East Coast, I'll do my West
I'm
Coast
sure
version.
we have a lot of people watching from YouTube. It could be from California, or that could be California people that are living in Cambridge right now.
Yes, it's a beautiful city, by the way. I love this city. I miss it. I miss being in Boston. So it's been nice. So thank you so much for having me on. Okay. So now during hypnosis, do you mind if I were to gently touch you on your arm?
Okay. Yeah,
is that all right?
Good. Yeah.
Will I touch? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Heavy touch is good too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is. How did you know? It was my secret weapon to get him
Let me
motivated.
touch on your face. Just very gentle punch, okay?
A gentle punch to get you on the computer screen. That's going to be the visual. All right, we're going to go with that visual. It's going to wake you up. Yeah. All right, so what I would like for us to do is I'm a big, as we do out in the West Coast, and I'm sure anywhere else that believes in yoga, deep breathing, okay? So when we do our deep breathing, we're stimulating the brain or stimulating the oxygen to the brain, which is usually... the sign of being tired is a lack of oxygen coming to the brain. So I'd love for you to start with a big cleansing breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Great, Bernie. And as you're doing that, I'm going to just raise my hand just above your eyes here. And what I want you to imagine right now is imagine that this hand is your computer screen. And you have your home page there, you have everything that you're looking at, and you're just staring at that computer screen. And I want you to take another deep inhale in through the nose, and as you exhale out, imagine that my hand is also, at the same time being a computer screen, attached to your eyelids. And as I lower my hand down, your eyelids do become a little heavy. You're watching that computer monitor your screen, and it's becoming very tiresome, and your eyelids are getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And then the lower I bring my arm down, my hand down, your eyelids are just becoming so heavy. And you know that this is the rest that you need. And you fall down, good. Gently, gently falling into that deep state of relaxation. So now, Bernie, I'd love for you to take another deep cleansing inhale breath. And exhaling out. Good. And the wonderful thing about hypnosis is that each and every time we go into a state of hypnosis, we can go in quicker and deeper than the time before. So as I bring my hand up now to gently touch your right arm, I want you to imagine that my hand here is instilling you with all the relaxation properties, everything you would need to gently and peacefully go into a deep state of relaxation. So from the top of your shoulder down to your wrist, you're feeling that relaxation going all the way down through your body. Deeper and deeper as you continue to take those slow, deep breaths in. Closing off the eyes so you're shutting off the outside world and allowing your body to feel and to regenerate and rejuvenate inside. Now in a moment I'm going to count up from 1 to 3. At the sound of number 3, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and you'll feel refreshed and alert and focused. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Good. Focusing on the screen, taking a deep breath in and exhaling out. And now you notice as you're looking at this screen, while your body feels so relaxed, you're also very focused. You're very attentive to what's going on that screen and down sleep. Excellent. Taking another deep breath in. And now, Bernie, what I want you to remember as you have this relaxation going down your arm and all through your body, I want you to notice that the first thing that you witness in the morning when you wake up, I want you to visualize that right now. The first thing that you witness when you wake up in the morning. What's the first thing that you see when you wake up in the morning?
My desk with the computer on it.
So the first thing you're seeing when you wake up in the morning is the desk with your computer on it. So here I am giving you a little pressure on your arm. Take a deep breath in and exhaling out. And I want you to visualize that desk and that computer. And instead now, I want you to imagine it to be the most exciting and rewarding looking thing in front of you. Like that's Dubai money for you right there. That is good money for you. That is something that's exciting for you. That is something that has brought you so much success in the industry, so many friendships. That computer screen is speaking to you. That computer screen is telling you, Bernie, I'm here. Let's get our stuff done. The quicker that we get through our stuff, the faster we can get back on to things that we enjoy. So it is an enjoyable vision right now. That's an enjoyable vision, the computer screen. It's calling you, it's beckoning to you to get your work done quickly. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Take a deep breath in, and now the computer screen is your friend, and you want to get this work done. This is exciting. It's a rejuvenation. It's a rekindling of a spirit, and down, sleep. Take another deep breath in. Excellent. So the computer screen is what's giving you your motivation. And now as we get throughout the day, I want you to notice that when you go for your first cup of coffee, so here, I'm giving you pressure on your elbow now. Your first cup of coffee, you'll find now that that coffee is going to taste so much different than it used to. That coffee is going to taste like an invigorating potion for you. That you're going to take that first sip of coffee and know, I've got my day planned out. I know exactly what I'm going to do today. I know all the things I need to achieve. And when I go to bed at night, I'll be quite thankful that I've achieved them all just from this sip of coffee. So now again, computer screen giving you the motivation. Your first cup of coffee, exciting, and that elixir to get your motivation done. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Take a look in. Feeling motivated, the coffee is invigorating, and down, sleep. And now as we go deeper and deeper relaxed, Bernie, a much deeper state of relaxation. Hand and pressure now on your wrist. As you take that deep, deep state of relaxation each and every time you enter the state of hypnosis, you can and will go quicker and deeper than time before. So as the day starts moving and the day is slowing down, you will notice, starting maybe tonight or in the morning, that the color blue is also quite invigorating to you. The color blue that you may see on a specific TV sign, or the blueness of the sky, or the blue of the Charles River, or the blue on your tie, or the blue of my eyes. When you see the color blue, you also are reminded, your mind is now reminded of all of those positive things you used to get from accomplishing your work on time. And you'll be right back there where you need to be to accomplish your work on time. So you're waking up in the morning and your computer screen is inviting and welcoming you to do the work. You have your first sip of coffee and you feel strong and excited to get the work done. And anytime you see the color blue, you feel refreshed, a big breath of oxygen coming into your body, filling you up, bringing all that oxygen into your brain so that your brain is on fire now. Your brain is on fire to accomplish all these goals and get them done. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, look at me. Take another deep and final breath in and sleep. Let's solidify all of this again. So you're waking up first thing in the morning, you see your computer screen. And you're motivated and excited to get on to the day. You have your first sip of coffee and it tastes warm, it tastes great, and you know your day is going to be accomplished. And anytime you see the color blue invigorating, the color blue reminds you to take those deep inhaling breaths, to rejuvenate the brain cells, and to get you focused on where you need to be. Taking a moment just to allow that to settle into your mind, your body as a whole. Taking another final deep breath in, exhaling out. And before we finish, in this beautiful, deep state of relaxation, I'd like for you, and you're welcome to verbalize it or just think of it, but your subconscious mind knows exactly what you gain and what you benefit when you are motivated, when you have energy, and you accomplish your tasks on time. Your subconscious mind knows what your benefit is to doing those. And it is now going to allow you to achieve those benefits by accomplishing those goals and getting those things done in an invigorating and exciting manner because you know the positive benefits that are on the other side. So taking a moment to just visualize that quickly, either picturing, seeing, or just knowing what those benefits are. Good. And taking a deep breath in. As I count up 1 to 5, at the sound of number 5, you're going to be fresh, alert, and ready to resume your evening, feeling excited and willing to take on the color blue, that taste of that coffee, and what you feel when you look at your computer screen. Counting up now, sensations returning to hands and feet, 1 and 2. 3, subconscious mind accepting all positive suggestions given to you today. 4 and 5, eyes wide open.
Wow, that feels great.
Oh, welcome back.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's blue everywhere.
Yeah, it's blue. See?
That's great. Yeah.
Awesome.
So tell me, what is I really like the way you have so much energy in your approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think I tailor it to what the person needs.
Okay.
Right? So when there's something that's more about de-stressing,
okay.
I'm a lot calmer and the voice is a lot to match the sort of rhythm, the body biological rhythm,
right.
where I want the person to go. So like that kind of biofeedback,
right.
listening to my voice and allowing your heart rate to slow down. But for you, because I was visualizing this Energizer bunny, I wanted it kind of like the cheerleader. Like I wanted to be your cheerleader to get this done.
That's great.
So that was my approach.
Is this kind of how you would approach a session in your clinic?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, sometimes my sessions go longer, depending on, I will allow, if the client wants to do any verbal feedback, I might ask questions that maybe they couldn't necessarily answer in their conscious awake state, but in a hypnotic state, we could try to uncover, well, what is it? What was the lack of motivation? Why did I stop wanting to get these mundane tasks done?
Right.
Where was that? When
right.
did it stop being fun for me?
Right.
So that's something, if we had more time, I might ask questions of a client. But for the most part, yeah, this is my style. This is what I do.
Oh wow, that's great. So what kind of things do people most? Well, let's put it this way. Like, what do you get most people requesting these days?
Oh, I think it's really just de-stressing.
Okay.
Just learning how to process the day and get through the day without right. feeling overwhelmed.
Right.
And to remind people to be in the moment.
Right.
Versus trying to be 20,000 places at once and then feeling frustrated that nothing's getting done.
Do you think people in the West Coast are more stressed or like Northeast?
You mean they're more stressed than on the East Coast?
Which one?
Well, as a native Bostonian, I think
right.
Bostonians are in nature just go-getters and we
right.
just move quickly.
Right.
Things do move slower on the West Coast.
I feel like East Coasters are more wired.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, I've never practiced hypnosis out here, so I don't have any East Coast clients. But the West Coast is known for its laid-back right. attitude. So, but I still get people who are stressed out.
Okay,
they're still true. Because everybody still has the same type of pressures. Yeah, work. Family life.
Who is to say the farmer with 9 goats and is not stressed?
Right, exactly.
That one of his goats is sick,
Yeah, and then 3 go missing, and then one gets eaten by a coyote. Like it's just
coyote stress, man.
Goat farmer. I mean, my God, keep me a hypnotist. I don't think I could do it. So I think that we are.
All right.
Yeah, we have a variety of issues that come in, but I'd say the most one that is just probably a universal thing is most people want to be less stressed.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the bliss out.
Yeah, the bliss out. And that's what I teach my clients. If we can teach you how to get into this relaxed state, right? So each and every time you are coming in and out, the idea is for you to be able to go back in quicker and deeper than you did the time before.
Right.
And this is the suggestion I give my clients for when they go home.
Right.
When you're doing your deep breathing, allow yourself, you can get into that deep, relaxed state quite quickly. So when you have the kids screaming at you and your husband's upset that the dinner's not on the table and your boss is calling because you want to come in early tomorrow, instead of losing it, just take the 3 seconds to bring yourself into that state. And so that's why I try to teach my clients how can they do this on their own.
Okay. Well, on that note, thank you for joining us. This is Hypnotist Bernie. Join us next week on new time slot, CCTV Channel 9 at 8 p.m. Tuesday night. All right. This is Hypnotist Bernie. See you next week.
Thank you.
CCTV Channel 9.